It's time for the Giz Wiz with Mad's maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo. This is episode 1641, recorded Monday, September 18th, 2017. A chip off the old ice block. On this episode of the Giz Wiz, we have 3 more family-friendly gadgets. Not that they wouldn't be family-friendly, but they're for families! And I take your suggestions and put them on ice in my crappy corner, and a video from you. All coming up next on the Giz Wiz!
It's the same dumb show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
And here he is, the person with the most edits on Wikipedia gadgets, Dick DeBartolo. How you doing, Dickie D?
I'm doing fine. Oh, do you mean the most videos that had to be edited on YouTube?
That's actually, yes. The teleprompter was messed up there, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
very good.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I'm doing good. I'm packing, my car is at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. To go to the airport, flying to Vegas for Interbike. And Interbike is actually a lot of fun. It's every conceivable kind of bike. Folding, there are also skateboards and every kind of safety equipment and every kind of lock. And I had gone there like 10 years ago, and it was like 3 bikes against the wall and a person with a card table, and they kept saying, come back. And I said, it's just not worth it. I said, you go all that distance. And the guy said, I'll send you a ticket. Come out, look around. If you hate it, get on a flight and go home. Well, it is now a huge show and a lot of fun stuff there. So guaranteed the next Giz Wiz, we will have bike gadgets. Oh, actually the week after, because I don't get home till Friday. And so it'll be the following week when I can have some bike gadgets.
I was always really impressed with Interbike. We covered it last year, and it was just, there's sometimes niches that you kind of forget about. You forget that there's tons and tons of people into sports and staying fit, or, there's I was at Bed Bath & Beyond today, and I saw a gadget on how to put on socks. It was like a sock helper to help you put on socks. And I was like, this is the weirdest thing, and then I kind of started reading the because I was wondering if it would be a good Giz Wiz gadget. I was reading the instructions and I realized that it's aimed for the elderly. I was like, there must be a huge swath of gadgets out there that are just elderly gadgets, There are. I used to do a spot on Regis, gadgets for people over 50, and also gadgets for people who are visually impaired. And one of them, to me, was such a great idea. It was looked like a tin can cover that if you had opened a can of fruit or something, you would end up with. But it was all wrinkled, all ripples in it, and it was for a person who was badly sighted, nearsighted, or not sighted, to throw in a pot to know when the water was boiling, because when the water boiling, it started rattling that thing around. Yeah, that's perfect.
And I was thinking, that's inexpensive. That's it. The other thing about niche categories is that they charge far more money.
Oh, absolutely.
Than they should. It's the same thing with a pet gadget. It's these things don't have to cost so much.
Yeah.
And I think we saw that was at the baby show, where it was hard to find a stroller under $800.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you do find something, I found recently a foldable green screen that I thought was like really, nicely priced. It was for anything in the movie industry, anything studio based. incredibly priced. It was also focused at gaming, and so that's also incredibly priced. And then it had some features that I haven't seen anywhere else. So they had to have gone out and specifically made it. And I was thinking, man, this thing's going to cost $600. This thing's going to cost $800. Easy. It was $150. And I was like, that's reasonable. How? Well, that's incredible. I mean, just the fact that it was reasonably priced was like amazing.
Well, you paid twice. Well, you said, you know what? 150 is too little. I insist on paying 300.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and one thing is they're sold out on Amazon. So it's kind of like, gosh darn it, if it was priced more. I mean, still, I think I'm going to wait. I'd rather wait and get a cheap price than have it be priced a lot and and get it immediately, basically. But yeah, I mean, just to show off what I don't think this will ever be a Giz Wiz gadget, but this is it, the Elgato green screen, and it's this portable screen that this is going to be a little loud, I bet. That you can just place behind a chair, and this is perfect for me because I have a studio that I sometimes want a green screen, I sometimes don't.
Great.
Right? It keeps it, problems with green screens are that they are
Is
very
that
wrinkly.
Chad?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they should have contacted me. I would have sold these things.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Wow. I have one of those. Actually, Twit sent it to me. It was for the New Year's Eve show, and they wanted me to play match game. And I said, is it possible to get a green screen and super me into the match game set? And they said, oh, yeah, we'll send you a green screen. And it was only $70, but it was the pop-open green screen. Have you ever seen that one?
Yes. They fold in on themselves. They get super wrinkly. Absolutely. Like, green screen technology is like a sheet. You got a sheet. That's cheap. You go to the real felt green screen, gets wrinkly like crazy, and then the pop-up ones. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, the pop-up one, it opened up. It was great. Have you ever tried folding one up?
You need a rocket science degree.
Yes, you do. It's take the right and left and make two ovals, and quickly before the ovals realize that they're not together, quickly slam them together and jump out of the way.
Yeah, and if you're having trouble, check your sine curve and make sure that the hypotenuse of the thing is exactly.
That. So now I just use a green screen about this big because I use it unfolded.
Yeah.
Right.
You have a circular, it's a dinner plate size green screen. Because you got it folded, you can't unfold it now.
No.
Absolutely. Now, this episode is great. We have fantastic gadgets for you. It is a little bit out of order. Dick's going to show 2 gadgets. Then we're going to go into mine, into the warehouse. But the letter, we have a gadget to show in response. So we're going to get to Dick's third gadget into the letter. So with that, let's jump in.
Okay, last week we started where we had 3 gadgets from the family and kids tech show, and these are the final 3 gadgets, starting with something from a company called Tech Will Save You.
Hey, Dick DeBartolo, Mad's Maddest Writer, and the Giz Wiz. One takes it here at GizWiz.tv. I'm in terrible, terrible shape here. I need help. Who will save us? Tech will save us. Are there awards for podcasts? I hope so. No. Okay. So, Kevin, tell us why tech will save us and how.
Absolutely. So tech will save us. I mean, we believe that technology is absolutely the future, and it's what kids are going to need to be successful 10, 20, 30 years from now. It's a fundamental part of our belief that we...
Oh, let's see stuff, Kevin. We don't need we need blinking lights.
Okay. So, Dick, what Tech Will Save Us offers is a range of create-it-yourself educational tech kits for kids from...
So what does this do?
Yeah. So this is our gamer kit. It basically allows kids to create their own Game Boy. You program it, you code it, you make it into whatever you want it to be. You can create a little game of Snake like we've got going on. You've got an awesome platform, so it teaches kids how to really create their own games, their own video games.
Now, that's neat. And what does that cost?
That costs $100, $99.99. You're going to be able to find it in Target. You're going to be able to find it in Best Buy. You can already find it in places like the Museum of Modern Art.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and
So this is our mover kit. So the mover kit is wearable tech for kids ages 8 to 12. So what this does is lets kids code their own wristwatch and make it light up depending on different things that they do with it, right? So let's say that you're jumping rope or you're running for 10 minutes. If you run for 10 minutes, you can get that little watch to light up for, maybe green or rainbow, different colors, depending on different activities.
oh, that's great. And what does the watch sell for?
So this one's $74.99.
Okay, $74.99. I have my own.
Even better. Let's say your kids aren't brushing their teeth and you want to know if they brushed it for 2 minutes, you can set that up so that it'll turn green after 2 minutes.
Okay. Can you set it up for multiple things or each time?
No, absolutely. You can set it up for a lot of different activities.
Are we doing that by the phone?
No, you're actually doing it via our online app. So you can take different colors and tie them to different activities. So whenever you perform that activity, you're able to have it light up in a different way. So you could create an entire obstacle course based on different things that you're doing while wearing this kit.
That is really neat.
Right? Yeah,
before things like this, I had my own way. If I would jump rope for 10 minutes, I knew the 10 minutes were up because my heart stopped. So it's not quite as techy as that. Okay.
All right.
What's the most inexpensive kit? Let's jump to that.
Most inexpensive is our Electrodo kit. So this is designed for
Electrodo?
Electrodo, yes. So this is for kids ages 4 to 7. It's really to get them young and get them excited about tech. So what you can do here, there are 3 different ways for kids to get involved with tech using Play-Doh. So Play-Doh is conductive, right? So it takes the current. And what you can do is you can make it make noise using our synthesizer, basically using the Play-Doh to create different tones based on how much Play-Doh there is.
There's a little amp and speaker in that?
Exactly, yep. So right in that little kit, if you use this guy on different parts of the Play-Doh, it'll make different noises. Kind of hard to hear here because it's pretty loud, but if you're using it at home, you'll be able to get different tones, different noises from it.
Okay, and these kits sell for?
These are $44.99. So these are our lowest price kits that we're going to be offering new for next year.
Oh, okay. These are 2018.
2018. Yeah,
okay.
You'll be able to see some of them at the back end of 2017, but this is really going to be our big launch for 2018.
Okay, and the 3 that we saw before are out now?
Available now.
Okay,
yep, exactly.
And your website is?
www.techwillsaveus.com.
All
right.
Techwillsaveus.com. Dick DeBartolo, Mads Maddest writer, and the Giz Wiz. One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv. Bye.
That is a lot of tech. I'm really impressed with how much they have. Holy cow. It's like, do you want the Play-Doh theremin, or do you want the watch that will help you work out? It's just so much stuff. It's incredible.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun, and the little watch thing is kids are gonna love that. And it's so funny because I did a little searching around. Oh, there's the watch.
Yeah. And
the Play-Doh looks like it's already in some stores. I think I saw it on Amazon. But the Play-Doh is funny because kids love Play-Doh, and they have like electric Play-Doh.
I didn't even know it was conductive. Better. I learned something today.
Oh, yeah. I think I knew it because it's so moist.
Yeah, that's it. And it's so interesting. I had no idea.
Yeah. So instead of the Apple Watch here, you can just build your own.
Well, I mean, gosh, this is like the Apple Watch and those crazy eyelash kit thing combined. I mean,
yeah, exactly. You know what? I'm just realizing something. Does it actually tell time, or does it just do things? I'm not even sure.
I don't know.
Oh, from the picture, it almost looks like it just keeps track.
Things. Yeah, like you can just make it do stuff.
Oh, there you go. You tell it, when I jump a lot, do this. When I run a lot, do that. Yeah, it's very clever.
Yeah, that is really clever. I love these little modules that you can make do. You can use your imagination to make it do something else. Very cool.
Yeah, perfect.
Tech will save us.
Tech will save us.
Savior.
And now more tech from Lego.
Love Lego.
Okay, you'll like this new thing too.
Hey, Dick DeBartolo, Mads Maddest writer, and the Giz Wiz One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv. I walked by Lego and I said, oh, Lego, there's nothing new at Lego. And then Ashley, right?
Yes.
Ashley said, there is, Dick, there's Lego Boost.
Yes.
What is Lego
Exactly.
Boost?
So Lego Boost introduces children to building and coding. It's a kit in which you could build 5 different models and add personality to them and movement and sound, all controlled through a free app that you download.
Now, there are 3 things on the table. Are these all built with the same kit?
Yes, so these are 3 different models that you could build using the same elements that are found in the kit.
What is this?
So that's the guitar. So that's the guitar. So basically, you can make the guitar play. You can assign, because the sensor right here senses the different colors that are along the neck of the guitar. So you can assign a different note or chord to each color.
Oh my gosh.
And you can make your own song.
And you can build one of these at a time.
Yes, exactly. One at a time. Yep.
And this guy?
So this is Frankie the cat. So Frankie the cat, through the app, you would just you can make him command anything. And it's very easy because it's just a drag and drop situation. So if I wanted him to, I assigned the bottle. So when I press that, then if I were to put the bottle in front, he would then be drinking out of the bottle. Because he senses the orange from the bottle, so he knows.
Okay. He's making sounds too, right?
Exactly, he is making sounds.
Can you put the bottle up there again? I'll put the mic down there.
Yep, definitely.
Lapping it up.
Yeah.
I can hear it. Or is that me because we're close to the bar?
It's really
Okay.
So all the sound is coming from the app too. So everything comes from the So and then you can make him command other things too. So if we wanted to, he can sing Happy Birthday, for instance.
Oh, he can sing Happy Birthday now because it's now in public domain.
Yeah.
And the final guy down there.
And the final guy, so this is Vernie. So Vernie the robot, he is, so you can do the same thing. His move hub is right here, and you connect him, and there's his sensor. So we could have...
He can go pick up those cones and things.
Yeah, exactly.
And is Boost just one single kit?
So Boost is, so Lego Boost is just one single kit.
And that retails for?
$159.99.
And it's out now?
And it's out now. So starting August 1st.
Yeah, kids would love to build a thing and then have it run around the room. What age groups?
So 7+.
7+.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
Dick DeBartolo, Mads Metis writer, and the Giz Wiz. One take theater here at gizwiz.tv with Lego Boost. Bye.
I love what Lego is doing. Everything recently has just been, I guess in the past too, it's just been fantastic. I love also that they've always had a desire to be more technical with Lego Mindstorms. I know that they do some crazy stuff with augmented reality in a few stores. It just seems like they've always been kind of leaning towards techie and adding some extra smarts into their
Yeah, so I think one of my favorite games, and I never owned one, I just saw a demo of it, is where, I don't even know what they call it, but you take a little character and you hold it up in front of this device and the character ends up going into the game.
Oh yeah, that was like Lego Universe or something like that.
Yes, I think it was Lego, right. And the fun thing was that you could goof around and like put Superman into a Simpsons episode or something. I'm making this up. I don't know. I don't know what licenses they have, but I thought, what a clever thing that you're not even wedded to putting things where they belong. You can experiment by putting them in where they don't belong. And I was looking at the reviews on Amazon for Boost, and one person said it's 80% of the learning from Mindstorms at half the cost of what Mindstorms was. So you're right. They are forever figuring out new, more inexpensive ways to do very creative things. And the one thing that she didn't mention, and I just happened to see it on the sheet here, the press sheet, it says you can construct, code, and operate the auto builder and the auto builder produces miniature Lego models. So, isn't that clever? So that's
clever.
The fourth of the 5 things that you can build.
That is adorable. It's adorable and it's interesting. It's so just, golly, really, really neat. Love it. And I just love how Lego has really just taken this brand and done so much with it. I mean,
yeah, even that movie,
the Lego movies, the Lego characters they've made, to the video games they've made, to the learning. I mean, they've really done a fantastic job. So this is really, really cool. Cool. Lego Boost, the creative toolbox.
Boost. All right, so doing things slightly out of order after 2 gadgets today only. It's time to go to Chad's.
Need it, but you might want it at Chad's Crappy Corner.
Get it.
I'm back. Okay, so this, I forget who submitted this, but we are in the middle of the Patrons Decide month. So every gadget a patron suggested over at the, there's a Google forum. It's still open. Basically at the beginning of the like a few days before the episode, I look at it and try to order something from the submissions. So there's still time to get in your submissions to affect what I buy to show off on Giz Wiz. This is another kitchen gadget, and you know what? I'll just I'll kind of let the video that I recorded tell you a little bit more. So take it away, me from the past. Hey Dickie D, so we are checking out the Zuku Cool Emoji Ice Tray. And the idea is that you use this ice tray to make emoji-like ice cubes. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's a piece of thing back here. Okay, so we got it out of the packaging. It's pretty simple. It comes with the silicone insert, and it has a plastic hard bag to keep it together. And I think this is gonna, bought other silicone things, and it's really hard to get the ice out, so I hope that this works. All we have to do is fill it with water. Okay, so I didn't fill it up all the way, so that should leave some room for the ice to grow. And then we'll just put this into the freezer. Now there are some bubbles in there, so let me just go ahead and just tap this right here, just to try to get those bubbles out. I don't know. The official, I don't know if that helped. Into the freezer, and we'll be back in a few hours to see how it turned out. Okay, the ice should be finished. It's been a few hours. So it looks like some of them are fully done and some of them aren't, but because of lack of time, we're just gonna go ahead and open these up. This one is fully solid. And you can kind of see the face in there a little bit. Put that in there. So this one is also fully solid. They were very easy to remove.
Is every one of them something different?
Yeah,
or are they all
in some glasses and see. Yeah, every face is different.
Drink
on them. Okay, I'm gonna pour a little bit of soda. You can kind of see the faces a little bit better with the soda just like in the grooves.
Oh, he's drowning!
Looks like he's almost. I feel like I owe Coke that copyright.
Yeah, that's a better face.
Okay, back to this one. This one, doesn't look like.
I'm not gonna order any drinks at your house.
Doesn't look like really anything. Yeah, my fingers. It definitely melted very fast. The smiley face one. Yeah, I don't know how well that held up. I'm just gonna add a few into the glass.
So, Chad, was the soda hot, or was the soda from the refrigerator?
No, that was from the refrigerator.
Okay.
I don't really know if it really gets across that these are the emoji ice cubes that we really wanted. All in all, though, I feel like the way the mold is made, they're really easy to get out. The way that this is in 2 separate pieces. So that works. Just don't know if you can really see the faces all that great. Yeah, and that's basically it for the cool emoji ice tray. Yeah, every face is different. So you have a smiley with tongue out, kind of the, I don't know if you can, I don't know, emojis I assume have names, but I don't know their names. The product camera is broken right now. And so everyone is different. And it works really, really well when it comes to removing them. I've had plenty of silicone ice trays where removing the ice from the tray can sometimes feel like you're going to break the silicone, or that it's just a pain in the butt. You know, it just sticks really
I
hard.
like the fact that it comes with that white tray, because I have several silicone ice trays. And when you go to put them in the refrigerator, they bend and spill the water all over the place.
Exactly.
But that tray is a great idea to keep it in one solid plane.
Exactly. I feel like this tray really, really helps. So it's very, very well designed. Also, the price is not too bad. It only comes in at $14 online. Here we go. You can get it off Amazon Prime. And you know, it's just basically everything that it says it is. Reviews are also great on Amazon. I think that the biggest issue is that it's ice at the end of the day, and you really can't. You don't get that much definition, right? This 3D render of the ice cubes here makes it look so much more defined than the ice that you'll ever get. If I had more time, I may have experimented with maybe colored drink. You know, maybe try some type of lemonade, or try some type of fruit punch that is, you know, a lot more opaque. That may give you better results, but that's about it. So this brand seems like it's a pretty famous brand. Zuku. I feel like I've seen Zuku products before.
Yeah, it seems like I have too. I can't remember where, but
yeah.
Anyway, so it's so. Well, what's your final?
The thing is the ice cubes themselves, like, everything worked great. There was nothing bad about the product. Product was great price, well designed. Just the thing that it makes is the ice cube emoji ice cubes are just underwhelming, you know? They're just okay. I expected them to put them in my glass and feel like, you know, I could show these off at a party and hilarious.
Chad,
yeah.
Someone's looking at me from my drink. What?
Exactly. Like that's the reaction that I wanted. It was like, oh, you know, hilarious. I have some emoji ice cubes. They just look like ice cube discs. You know, they don't pull off the emoji face. So I would be hesitant to purchase this if that's really the effect you went for. Although it works great as an ice tray. Everything else worked great. So I guess that's my review of the Zuku Cool Emoji Ice Tray. Big thanks to whoever submitted that on the Google form. I'm sorry, I can't remember. And please submit more gadgets over at the Giz Wiz Patreon, patreon.com/Giz Wiz. With that, let's move on to Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
Foghorn.
Okay, so before I run this video, at the end of this video, let's get the guy's name here. Richard Warrener, Warriner, Richard Warrener from Bedfordshire, UK. He asks a question at the end of his video for which I have an answer, which I found at the Family and Kid Tech Show. But first, I'll just read you the note. Here's a short video. I was inspired to make it, sorting out stuff in my junk cupboard, okay? He doesn't have a warehouse, just a cupboard. Collection of phone items from my phone graveyard. Not unusual, but you might find it worth using. Just remember, I think I called the iPod Shuffle what should have been called the Nano. Anyway, here's my phone graveyard video. Richard Warrener.
Hi, Dick and Chad. Just having a bit of a sort out today, and rather than going through my gadget graveyard, I seem to have discovered that I've got a phone graveyard. Never knew I had bought so many phones, but I thought you might just want to have a quick look. So I've laid them all out. I'm sure a lot of people have got something similar, but just to go through them. T-Mobile, UK carrier, Windows Mobile with a little trackball, couple of clamshells.
That looks almost exactly
Alcatel,
like the first phone I had.
little Nokia. This one, Sony Xperia with the slide-out keyboard.
Ooh, the slide-out
man.
keyboard.
Keys are just a little bit too small for my fat fingers. iPod Shuffle, not a phone, but thought I'd keep it in there. Couple of iPhone 4s. iPod Video, used that a lot.
Yeah, the iPod Video.
Nokia Lumia 635, somewhat the worse for wear. iPhone 4. Black iPhone 5, which you can hardly read. iPhone 6.
Whoa, this guy
iPhone
buys
6.
phones.
Yeah.
I'm filming this on. I don't really know what to do with them. I don't know whether I should just chuck them out, but they've been in my cupboard for several years. I suspect they'll probably be in there for several more years to come. Love the show. Keep up the good work. Bye.
Thank you so much, Richard.
Well, Richard, yes. So, Chad, I have a use for some of his newer old smartphones.
Okay.
And run the video from the company, and then we'll run my video.
Okay.
So this is from the company, which is Pixel Play.
1 second. I may not have the video open yet. And here we go for Pixel Play.
Introducing Pixel Play. Pixel Play takes your smartphone and turns it into a fun kids camera. It has rubber handles, working knobs for pretend play, a protective touch-sensitive screen, and a working shutter button. Pixel Play also features child-proof latches and an adjustable clamp to fit a wide variety of smartphones. It's easy. Simply plug in the headphone jack, and that powers the camera shutter button. Use the adjustable clamp to securely fit your phone. Double check that the phone lens is lined up. Now just tuck the wires in and close the door. It fits the majority of all standard-sized smartphones, both Android and Apple, as far back as the iPhone 4. The included iOS app features fun activities where kids can make silly faces, or go on scavenger hunts to learn about colors, numbers, and shapes through photography. The included activity sheets get your kids active and creative. The Color Me scavenger hunt will make for a great day for the kids in your life. The included sticker sheet will allow your kids to decorate and personalize their Pixel Play camera. You can even make your own photo booth with an array of fun, do-it-yourself props. Pixel Play. Turn your smartphone into a fun kids camera.
That is adorable. Oh my gosh.
Okay, and now you can run my video right here. So we're back in the studio with a Pixel Play actual camera. Now, Pixel Play was not on display at the Adult and Kids Expo, but it was a going away gift. So when I got it home, I thought, kids are going to love this. It looks just like an old 35 millimeter camera. And then it suddenly dawned on me, wait a minute. What kid is going to know what a 35 millimeter camera looks like?
Exactly.
So even though there's a pretend focus and a pretend film advance, what kid is going to know what these were for? Okay, you say to a kid, what's a camera look like? And they go, my phone. My phone
looks like a lens.
So I guess maybe it's more for adults having fun than for kids, but it's really neat. Now, I find that there's a problem with Galaxy phones and the Pixel Play. This is the Galaxy 4, which just fits in there. By the way, you can look on the back of the package, and this green, you hold your phone up to it. And if it fits in the green, it will fit in the Pixel Play camera. I got this into the camera. I got this other Galaxy into the camera. I cannot close the door with the Galaxy in there. All right. I don't want to break my screen. My guess is that iPhones are thinner. And if you go to the Pixel Play website, they list every phone that they tested this with. Okay. It says for use with the Galaxy S4 and 3. But I can't get the door to close. There's one other small problem with Galaxy phones, and this is not a problem with the Pixel Play. It's just something that Samsung seems to do with Galaxy phones. You put the headphone, there's a little cable in there that goes in the headphone jack. On iPhones, I assume that this works perfectly, that when you press on the shutter, up here, the pretend shutter is not a pretend shutter. It takes a picture. Except on a Galaxy. I am hitting the shutter, and the shutter operates
the zoom
and zooms in.
Oh no.
Okay, and it's not just the Pixel, because I did some research on Google, and people buying other accessories that use the headphone jack for a shutter said, why on my Galaxy can I only zoom in? I can't zoom out, and I can't get out of the program without shutting the camera. So using the headphone jack doesn't work on a Galaxy. The screen is a touch screen, so the kids can actually use the phone. They can use your phone, and think of this as having bought them a fairly rugged case in a very easy way for them to run around and take pictures. And it's under $30. It's on Amazon, $29.95, and it got great reviews. I keep thinking this is a touchscreen. 5 stars out of 29. I think when you go in there and do a breakdown, I think it's 4.8 stars. But people like this a lot. That's it. Dick DeBartolo, Mads Medistrider, and the Giz Wiz One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv. I wonder if I go to shows, will this look more professional than using my smartphone?
Absolutely.
I don't think so. Bye.
That's really cool. That's a great way to use old cameras.
Yes, and they have to be old because of the size constraints of the Pixel Play. And also, my guess is you don't want to buy your kid the new $1,000 iPhone 10 or X.
No, at that price, just give them a Leica camera, like a real one. I mean, come on.
But it's a fairly rugged case, and as I said, and I believe there's a workaround. I think you can go into the Android camera settings, and I think you tell the Android app that to use the volume control as the shutter, and I think that'll solve it. But I could not get the door to close. I think Galaxies are thicker than iPhones, and what I think is they may have just stuck phones in there and said that fits.
Yeah,
and didn't bother
it. And
yes, exactly, without closing the door. But it's a clever idea. It's a rugged case. So even if you have an older iPhone and you want a kid to play with it, it's still a way that you can let them do it, but know the phone has some protection with the Pixel Play camera case.
Yeah,
But
I
isn't that funny? Everybody that I showed it to said, "What a cute idea!" And then I'm thinking, kids are gonna
I
go,
thought of that too.
"What's that?"
It's like how the save symbol on every word processor is a floppy disk. Kids don't know.
Yes.
Kids don't know what a floppy disk is anymore. And same thing is like, I mean, maybe if they get into photography later, maybe they'll find, they'll see a lens and you can move a lens and be like, oh, I remember this as a kid. But yeah, I mean, most people don't have an actual camera. They just have their phones.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so funny because I was just having a discussion about old phones with a friend and how I used to always want to save my phone. I have these old phones and I feel like that desire has just gone away now. Like with this, I have the iPhone 7 and I am part of the Apple upgrade program. And part of that, you have to hand them your phone and then you can get the new phone. So part of it is you give them back the phone so they can resell it or whatever. And I don't have any animosity at all. I'm just like, okay, get rid of it. Like, the iPhone 7 isn't interesting to me anymore. It's not like I have any attachment.
Okay.
And
do you wipe it clean before you give it to them?
Yeah, I wipe it clean. They say they do too, but I do it before, I hand it over. I remember, my first, I'm glad that I have like my original Droid, still own my original Droid. I'm glad that I own my first iPhone. I have my first iPhone still. But at this point, it's like, okay, this is like the fourth iPhone I've had. I'm going to get like 5 or 6 or 7 more, in the future, 10 years from now. Like, I don't care about the iPhone 7. I just want the latest and greatest right now. So it's interesting how I feel like that's changed because I feel like I've gotten in the groove of every year, especially with the iPhone upgrade program, because they make it so that you can upgrade every year, basically. I've gotten in the habit of, every year I'll just get the next thing, and now I don't care that I'm not keeping my phone.
So you have a 10 coming then?
The pre-order is like the end of next month. It's like end of October is when you can pre-order the 10.
And what will it cost you because you're on that program?
I'm not so it will cost me. So if you're on the upgrade program, you have to have paid for a full year of being on the upgrade program. I was late to the game with this one, so I'll have to pay the difference so I can pay for like 4 months or whatever. So I might have to do that to be up to a full year, and then it's only a monthly cost. I'm not exactly certain what that.
So you're actually renting a phone.
Basically, it's like a loan without interest, maybe the interest is built in. It's basically like a loan, but it also with the iPhone upgrade program, you get Apple Care, which is a big sell for me.
Yeah.
Because the risk with buying my phone outright, which I never liked, and which happened with my previous phone, was I dropped it and cracked the screen, and that's a big deal to deal with when you own the phone outright and you're not on contract or anything like that. But with the Apple upgrade program, you have Apple Care included, so any screen replacement is I think $30 or $40 to get the screen.
Okay.
Anything else is I think $100. So if the phone gets run over by a car and the motherboard is cracked, then that's $100 to get it replaced. And you only get 2 of those replacements a year, I believe.
Oh, okay. So you can't be wildly crazy.
Yeah, you can't be wild and crazy. The cool thing is also that because most of the new iPhones are water resistant, you're not so worried that you're going to drop it in the pool or drop it in the toilet. If you drop it in the toilet, you might want to sterilize it a little bit. But you're not so worried about water damage anymore. Which is also really good. Mostly just drop damage. So.
Well, I know at last year's meetup you were stirring everybody's drink with your iPhone.
Exactly.
And I was saying, why is he doing that?
Yeah, I've actually taken this iPhone into the pool and gotten pool shots.
Wow.
And used it underwater, and it works, and it was totally fine. They don't 100% recommend that. They that don't say that you can use that, but I've done it and it's been fine. So I'm very confident about the water resistance in the iPhone.
Okay.
So yeah.
Anyway, Richard Warren, thank you for that. Now, Richard, you live in the UK, so you don't get a Mad magazine, but we are eternally grateful to you.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you, Richard. Yes. We're looking for more videos. That was great. So Richard has all these phones that he can't part with. Chad's throwing them out right and left. You know, if you're in the Dallas area, check his garbage can. He throws out 2 or 3 phones a day. And every garbage person in Dallas actually has one of Chad's old phones.
Yeah.
So send us a video. Anything to do with a gadget. Okay. We used to say, you know, I invented this, or I can't live a anything to do with a gadget. We love old gadget stuff like Richard's video. It brings back memories. I remember when a friend of mine got the first phone with a slide-out keyboard. I was insanely a keyboard hidden. You don't even realize it's there. So make a little video, 2 to 3 minutes, as little as 1 minute. Put it on YouTube. When you go to upload, there's a little drop-down menu. Click on unlisted. And as unlisted, only people you provide the URL to can see it. That way people won't stumble across it. And send the URL to mail at...
Whoops. There we go. Mail. Wrong button.
Mail at gizwiz.tv. Okay, mail at gizwiz.tv. And Richard, again, thank you for your video.
Thank you so much, Richard. With that, let's jump into the letter!
Become the letters, your lovely letters. Become the Giz Wiz letters now.
All right, Sandy, maybe you can help with this too, Chad.
Okay.
I believe a year ago you talked about a portable ice maker you put on a countertop. It made ice very quickly, but it needed to be near a sink, which is fine. I think you said it was on Amazon. I hope you can point me in the right direction with the correct link. I broke my collarbone, and I have to keep icing it, so an ice maker would be a big help. Thank you, Sandy. So I went through our stuff, Chad. I had talked about 2 different ice machines. The Opal, about a month ago, I know the Opal was a big guy, $500, and it made, what's it called, crushed ice?
Yeah, it made that really fine, there's a specific name for it, I was just trying to think of it. But it's the ice that is at like Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is kind of famous for having this ice, or who else is famous for having this ice? But anyway, it's a very fancy ice.
Anyway, Richard, you can look for that on my website. I have a link to it in this week's show notes. That's $500. And I think it had to be near a sink because water had to get into it. And then the other one, and I'll update it now, was the Rosewell countertop ice maker. That was the $99 machine that makes 9 ice cubes every 8 minutes. It has met its demise. Okay?
Oh, did it? Oh.
I have done an update and then another update. So this is the deal. Dennis got up one morning and there was just water in there. And I said, look for a reset button. I said, in the meantime, if you can't find a reset button, just unplug it for an hour and plug it back in, which he did. And it, for the next week, tons and tons of ice. And then it skipped an hour and started making tons of ice. Well, we were running out of the send it back and get a full refund period. So I thought, you know what? This is too iffy. Let's just send it back. And so we sent it back. And it's very funny because I was going to say, and Rosewell has not yet sent me my money back. But an hour ago, I got an email from...
They knew you were getting ready to record.
They knew, that's right. They said, we have received your ice maker and a full refund is in the works. We definitely want to buy another one. Oh, it's gone back to it's still $99, I think, over at Amazon. I'm not quite sure what to do because in researching other ones, I find 10 other models that I'm sure are coming out of the same factory. There's one from Igloo, looks exactly the same as ours. And I even got my $15 back for the insurance policy. So
that's good.
We're going to get something.
Yeah. Now, did you buy that from Newegg or from Amazon?
I bought it on Amazon, but when on Amazon it says return an item.
Yeah.
You click on that, and it says this particular item is warranted by Rosewill, and you will hear from them. And I heard from them right away.
Got it.
And they said, "What's wrong?" And I said, "Well, it doesn't make ice."
Yeah.
So. Within a few within 4 hours I got the return label, and they said you have 14 days to return this, and then like on the 12th day I said to Dennis, you know what, let's just start over with either a new one of those or a different one. Yeah,
definitely.
Anyway,
and the cool thing about this one is it didn't need a line to
you
could fill up a reservoir.
Yeah. And did you ever take an appliance out of the box and think,
I hope this is clean?
Yes. You know why? I took it out of the box, and there was some not foil, but some the stuff that they would shrink wrap it with in where the fan was. And I thought, did someone own this before me?
Oh. That too,
and I know. You ever have that happen where you somehow
is this a refurb?
Yes, exactly. There's something in the box. Mm-hmm. You're wondering why the remote has 2 batteries in it already.
Yeah,
and 2 batteries in a package, and you think, wait a minute, how did this get 2 batteries in there already? And there's 2 extra batteries. Yeah, I sort of had the feeling someone had used that, and maybe it was anyway. So the Rosewill, when it works, it was amazing. Oh my gosh, Dennis loved it. We kept it upstairs. So we're going to get something, but I'm not sure what it is. And Sandy, and you didn't have any ice maker, right, Chad?
No, I was excited about the Opal ice maker. Because I like that type of ice.
Yeah, and also now that's a big guy. Both Dennis and I have. Walk-in kitchens.
Nugget ice. Nugget ice is
Nugget ice. Yeah, there it is. There's the Opal, and that's $500, and that needs to be near a sink so it has running water. So, Sandy, it's possible that was only 2 or 3 months ago. Maybe that's what you had in mind.
Yeah, it looks good. Ice. This has been an ice-filled show, man.
You can get 10 Emoji ice trays.
Exactly. It was the ice trays that she wanted, actually. Yeah. She had ESP, and Sandy knew that I'd be covering ice this episode. Big thanks to you guys for supporting our Patreon. Patreon.com/Giz Wiz. This is a fan-supported show. We have every once in a while some advertisers, but really the way that we pay for this show, the way that we continuously buy gadgets to show you guys is through our Patreon, patreon.com/Giz Wiz. If you enjoy the show, please consider giving back. It doesn't have to be a lot. We do it per episode, so every time we do an episode, if you pledge a little bit, then at the end of the month, Patreon will do that. So it doesn't have to be a lot. I mean, a few cents an episode is we're absolutely happy with something like that. And big thanks to everybody who does support the show. You can find our Patreon at patreon.com/Giz Wiz. Some people only want to give once instead of reoccurring. You can go to gizwiz.tv, go to our Patreon tab, and then there's a PayPal link underneath the Patreon banner for those who want to support that way. Big thanks to everyone who supports the show. Head on over to gizwiz.biz. That's Dickie D's site, and he writes up articles about all of the gadgets that we cover on this show. While you're there, you can play What the Heck Is It? It's a gadget game show, and this is the full gadget, the whole gadget, nothing but the gadget. and you have to guess what it is. And it's pretty obvious to me that this is one of those silicone gloves, to keep heated, things from hitting your fingers. But this is for someone who's lost their thumb, right there. So it's your fingers go in there, but there's no area for the thumb because this is made for those who don't have thumbs. If you know what this gadget is, there's 12 Mad magazines signed by Dickie D for winners, and there's 24 for losers. In fact, there's actually 24 Mad magazines for people who don't get it right, who are creative, who are funny, who are hilarious, who make us chuckle with your answers. So get a guessin' over at gizwiz.biz. Gizwiz.tv is a place where you can watch the show live. If we're ever not on our normal schedule, which is Thursday, 4:30 Pacific time, 7:30 Eastern time, there'll be a little notification at the top of the website. But while we're live, you can go check out the show, join the chat room, and if you catch it after we record live, please subscribe. We're on iTunes, we're on YouTube. The iTunes versions, we have audio, SD video, HD video, and all of our previous episodes are there with show notes, links back to Dickie D's articles, and links to the product. So you can find out all that at gizwiz.tv. We're having a meetup! Y'all can meet us in person!
Yay! Soon, too, like
Very
3 weeks
soon.
away.
Oh my gosh. On October 8th, just right after this month, we'll be at the Boat Basin Cafe, which is Midtown, New York. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Upper West Side.
Upper West Side. I sound like a local. You can find out more at Dick's blog and log over at gizwiz.biz and see some photos of what we've done in previous years. It's from 2 to 4 p.m. That's Eastern time. Over at the Boat Basin Cafe. And once again,
and we play games, and we have some little prizes, and I usually buy $100 worth of beer for people. So come and have fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And that about wraps it up for this episode of the Giz Wiz. We'll see you next time.
Bye.